All right, everybody, welcome on in. NorCal Sports Network. Giants get it done tonight with a 8-2 victory. They pound out 13 hits, led by Casey Schmitt, Bryce Eldridge, each getting 2 hits and a knock. And Willy Adames goes deep. Luis Arraez continues to hit. Drew Kavanaugh even got a couple of hits in the action tonight. Giants, 13 big hit attack. I believe Devers may have had, if I remember right, a couple of hits. Let's take a look at that box score here. Yes, Rafi Devers, 2 hits, a couple of RBIs. Casey Schmitt with a couple of RBIs. Giants played a good game tonight in the sense that the 13 hit attack. Dallas will be joining us shortly, but we want to thank you guys for all being here. Get the music down a little bit, and we'll do a little sponsor deal here. Let us thank our sponsor, Chapman Law Group, longtime sponsor of NorCal Sports Network. Make sure you give them a call at 415-613-9483. Chapman Law Group. You got a personal injury situation, make sure you reach out to them and let them know NorCal Sports Network sent you. We'll also get to PrizePicks here shortly. Pull up PrizePicks and see how we did. I forgot we did one, and have to take a peek and see how it went. All right, guys, we've got the for someone who was asking about the standings, they're up there, even though that Reds hat is drooping. Oh, it's falling. Hold on one sec. There we go. That Reds hat's a little funky on there, but the standings are correct. I just fixed them all. So, all right, everybody, let's get going here. Let me put the music back here, and we will get her underway. I don't know if Dallas will be here tonight. I thought he would be. I haven't actually heard from him. I know he was working on the website. There was a little issue. Anyway, let's hold on here. Let me make a text here. Hold on one sec. I got to text somebody real quick here. All right, let's bring in the crew here. Let's open it up for anybody who wants to come into the studio, since I am doing a solo show tonight. Solo is okay, but I prefer when you guys are active. I like a active show, active participant. So let me get this put into the chat here. 1 second here. Come on, there we go. All right. If Nick is out there, wants to jump in. Yeah, Nick is in there. All right, come on in, Nick. Nicholas Mondragon will join us hopefully here in a moment. The link is there, and Johnny Cesari is on it. He beats everyone to it. He is waiting like, I think he's got his hand on the trigger. Welcome on in, Johnny.
Dan, I'm giddy. I'm actually happy because
Willy Adames hit a home run, man.
No. Dan, no. He was 0 for 4 prior, and he did it when the team was up 4 runs. Would he have done that with the game on the line? No. And he avoided an 0 for 5. I was chatting with him saying, I told him Adames is going to get a hit to avoid the 0 for 5 because they're already up 4 runs. The bat flip was nice, though. Why not?
A Ray trade might be close. We talked about this on the show last night, thinking that maybe will in the works. Senior says feeling Chapman might be back sooner as he watches Casey Schmitt make another unbelievable play from 10 feet in foul territory. Casey throws a strike to first base. I love the combination, Johnny, of Eldridge and Casey on the corners.
Yep.
To me, that's just it's just a good thing to see. I really love it.
First got good at bats tonight. He actually hit the ball hard. I mean, the strikeout violation I thought was funny. I mean, that actually made me laugh a little bit.
Yeah. Yes, right now the draft is taking precedence over and I know I haven't got a chance to see it yet, but later on after the show I'll probably check out Marty's show. I think he had Keith Law on today, so get a chance to hear what they have to say. Hey, John, I'm gonna I got some background noise that's coming through, so I don't know if it's a reverb or what.
It might be my fan. Hold on.
Actually, I'm hearing talking, so I'm gonna have you come back in. It's a TV or something.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
But
Senior says they will get Flora. Well, we'll see. I think it's Flora or Booth, and I think it's coming down to those two guys. If Tchaikovsky or Emerson or Von Lackey are on the board at 4, they're going to go with one of those. If one of those 3 falls, I have a feeling that's what they'll do. And I think it's probably an internal struggle right now. They're probably trying to decide between Flora and Eric Booth. Booth is not going to be here. If he comes, he's probably not going to be ready for 3 years.
Right.
Some of these high school players are coming up. Travis Bazana, wasn't he a high schooler?
I think he was, but Dan, I saw some on Bleacher Report that had us picking Flora. We need a pitcher. We need 9 pitchers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Webb deleting his Twitter, I actually thought that was kind of funny too. Like, everything with this team's kind of funny.
I'm going to get into this Webb thing tonight. We're going to get into it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what's going on with Dallas here. I'm not sure.
He's on assignment again.
Yeah.
But no, I actually liked how Whisenhunt pitched tonight. I really did. I didn't see a lot that was terrible. I mean, the walks were a little high, but the whip was 1.2, Dan, which is about the league average. I thought he was decent. He's better than Mallienhauser. Oh,
yeah. No, he looked good. The changeup was nasty, fooling some of those Rocky hitters for sure. Okay, Dallas is having some technical issues, so he will be with us shortly. Insane said he screenshotted. That's a good idea. Insane. I have looked at several. I wish I could have seen more. There was more, but hey, I am going to get into something here in a moment. Dallas is going to be with us shortly, Johnny. Final thoughts before Dallas comes in, and then I want to do a little deal on the Webb deal.
I'm glad. I hope Whisenhunt just stays up the rest of the year, get the experience. At this point, what's the worst that could actually happen?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think he will. I do think he will stay up. I'm pretty sure. I feel pretty confident that they're just going to roll with him.
Well, especially if they are going to trade Ray, which they better. And Dan, every field this team makes better, cap pitching coming with it. I don't even want to hear about position players at this point. Like,
right. Pitching. And I think it will be probably Flora at 4, but we'll see. It's going to exciting. We're 2 days away. So, about 30, just over 36 hours away from the draft beginning at 10 a.m. on Saturday. So it's 9:50 right now almost. So we're right there. Hey, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to bring in Nick before Dallas joins us. So thanks, Johnny, for jumping in.
Yep.
All right, take care, man. All right, Nick, in the car again, in the dark. What's up, Nick?
What's going on, Dan? Yeah, I tried to get on earlier, but the signal was crashing out on this. I was almost on my way home, but I wanted to chime in on tonight. You know, good win. Johnny's boy Willy Adames did his thing tonight.
Yeah, he finally got, as Johnny said, the meaningless home run with no pressure happening, and then how about the play where his spike got caught and he fell over as he threw it? That was pretty funny.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like you said too. It's of course it's when no significance, just like Matt Chapman does. The two of those guys, I swear, it's when anytime they have like a massive home run or something of significance, it's always when it's pointless or when it's not going to do anything for them during the game.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, I don't know if you got a chance to see or hear about the Logan Webb Twitter meltdown last night. Did you hear anything or read any of it?
Oh yeah.
What
was my thing is that I think that this is the age that we're living in right now, where athletes are becoming a lot more connected with the fans and the media than before. I don't know. It's kind of like a counter question I have for you too, Dan, on how do you feel about active athletes having podcasts or shows compared to these guys that have like long since left the game, have a lot more free time or like spending on that? Because I compare it to something like where Draymond Green, where
Draymond Green.
I'm not a fan of him personally having a podcast while he's still an active athlete.
I don't like it. He's, his focus should be more on the game. You don't see Steph Curry, the guy who trains the hardest, who works the hardest. You don't see him screwing around on a podcast.
Right. Because I wouldn't think of same thing. I wouldn't think of Michael Jordan, Jerry Rice, Barry Bonds, any of these guys. They would never do that,
These guys are trying to build a career so that they have a career they can jump right into when they retire. And, I mean, hey, look, the new media, it's great. I'm here, right? I have no voice without YouTube. But look, there's the thing about social media and all of this, it's given everybody a voice that, everybody thinks they're a big shot now, right?
Right. Yeah.
We've got everybody that can chat. You can pay for a chat. You can get on, and everybody's a sports expert now instead of being a, armchair quarterback. We do our own shows. If people choose to listen to us, if we have something good to say, people will support it. If not, no one's going to be listening. So that's just kind of the nature. I don't think I have a problem. I don't have a problem. People said Logan Webb has the right to say what he wants. Of course he does.
Right.
We all have the right to say what we want, but there's consequences. I think he looked foolish. I think he looked foolish. He brought himself to a level of people who are probably casuals that don't even understand the game, and they're ripping him. They're getting a chance to rip him, and he's engaging them, so they feel more empowered. Brian Murphy did a great article called Just Don't Push Send.
Right.
Don't push send. And we'll get into it. Dallas is here. Any final thoughts that you have on Webb or the game tonight, Nick?
Well, first off, Dallas, good to meet you. First time being on with him. But yeah, no, I think that with Webb, I think he's smart enough. As smart of a guy as Logan Webb is, I think he knows better than to feed into that. I think the Giants, for all the drama they've gone through in his whole tenure with the team, that there's been a lot of other similar situations where he could have fed into it. But I think he knows better. I think he's just really frustrated, like all Giants fans and the team are, with this season. And for us to not even really be like right at the All-Star break yet, I would tell Logan Webb right now, I'd be like, look, now that the season isn't really looking like it's going to be a good, I would just focus on bettering yourself because it's you're known as supposed to be the number one starter for the Giants, and I think the trade talk has ticked him off a lot too because I think he knows that like Buster's in his corner, but it sounds like a lot of other people are kind of like, well, we might as well just sell
Yeah.
everyone at this point. The way that things have gone. I mean, I know you have said it, Dan, and I told you the other day. My personal opinion is I would like to see him play out his contract. I definitely would never re-sign him for a long-term deal, though.
Yeah. Everybody, hey, this is what makes sports great. We can all agree to disagree, have different opinions. At the end of the day, it's just sports. It doesn't mean, this isn't life or death or anything. It's just people. That's what we do. We agree, we disagree, we get passionate about it. At the end of the day, no one may be right, no one may be wrong. Who knows? Who knows what the right answer is? Trades are made sometimes. Sometimes they work great. Sometimes they flop, and that's just life. But I'm just of a different ilk, I guess. My feeling on the whole Webb thing, and I've made it known ad nauseum that you're not winning with him, and if you're not building around him, then why keep him? Either build a team that supports Webb with a great bullpen, added starters so that he doesn't have to carry the load himself, and get rid of some of the fatter contracts. I really think if you made two moves, the two biggest moves this team could make that would make them, rich cash-wise, if you were somehow able to move Adames and Chapman, both of those guys, and even if you just kept Devers, fine. You keep Devers, work on it in another day, but get rid of Chapman and Adames, and you got your third baseman in Schmitt. You find a shortstop and get some pitching and go out and spend some money and see what next year looks like then, if you want to keep Webb. But don't keep Logan Webb if you're going to bring this crap back next year. You're just wasting his talents. That's my thing. So, anyway, Judgment Day is coming for the Posey regime, is coming fast. Yes, it is. It is definitely. Hey, Nick, we're going to let you go, but thanks for popping in. We always appreciate you and Johnny and anybody else that contributes to the show. And when Dallas is out, we definitely appreciate your input on the show. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no, appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on again, dude.
All right. Thanks, Nick. Take care.
Nice meeting you.
Take care, guys. Yeah, nice meeting you too. Later, Dallas.
See ya.
All right. That's Nicholas Mondragon, also lead singer of the band Exhilarate. Is it Exhilarate?
I listened to that episode. I heard the music that you played.
It's good stuff. Yeah, had a good sound to it. Good game tonight. Giants overall. I mean, the hitting attack was there.
Giants showed up.
The hitting attack was there. 8-2, 13 hits tonight. I'm going to pull up the in the chat right now. 73 watching with a total number in YouTube. 73. We're just at about 100 overall. 18 likes. Let's push those likes up, everybody. Go ahead, hit that like button, push it all the way up to 50 plus. We're at 19 right now. Hit it, smash it. If you want to smash it, or if you want to just tap it, that's all you got to do. But that would be really cool to push those likes up. Appreciate it. Thank you.
The other Dallas has joined.
Oh, what do we got here?
All right, now this one can go away.
What is this? Get me this is like I'm part of the this is this like the Trinity or something? What are we doing?
There we go. I couldn't connect on my computer, so I had to restart.
Ah, okay. So tech difficulties tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. All
Tech
right.
difficulties.
Yeah, the shirt
But
there is a
here I am.
little greener. Hey, and the standings are all fixed. Somebody told me last night's show the standings were not fixed. There they are. Dodgers, Padres, and D-backs, I believe, are in a virtual tie. Let me look.
There we go.
Yeah, they are both 46 and 47. So I probably should put Arizona on top just because it's alphabetical. But
Who's tied? Did you say?
Arizona and San Diego, both 46 and 57.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're playing right now, too, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what's going on. That game is it over? Maybe the standings it might have just ended because let me go to the bottom. Rangers beat the Angels tonight 7-6. Yeah, D-backs won 3-1. So I guess that actually put them back in a tie. Okay. So, yeah, 3-1. The old third baseman in that game, Machado and Arenado both homered. Those guys are been around a long time. We got any poll question today? Do we have a poll question yet on the website?
There's no poll today. I didn't put one up. Do you have one you like?
We could do a Johnny Cesari poll. What's the over and under on how many times he says he's not happy?
It might break the website.
Check the comments. He's got comments in the on the
All
show.
Right, we will check it. Yeah.
Let's see. Justin LeBron did not have a great season in the SEC, and so his value or his draft stock kind of dropped. He didn't hit well in the SEC. So let's get into this. Let's get into this little bit, the controversy. I almost did a video today and I ran out of time. I meant to do it, but I just was too busy. But this Logan Webb situation last night all started with the comments from Jack Loader, and we'll pull those up for you here so you can hear what was said. And then Webb ended up making comments, but after a period of time, he ended up actually deleting his Twitter account because it got pretty rough. So here's what the whole situation started from right here.
Okay, Giants post-game thoughts. The Giants lose 10-0, get one hit by Dylan Cease, who was masterful. They looked dead from the jump. The game started at 12:45. By 12:49, the game was over. The Blue Jays with a 5 spot on the top of the first. Logan Webb gives up 5. He's notoriously not great in the first inning. And then he was great, though. Then he dealt for the next 5 or so innings. Unfortunately, it didn't matter because the game was over at 12:49. And people say, well, how do you blame Webb when the offense didn't do anything? Yes, the offense didn't do anything. I'm spreading the blame here. Maybe they do something if it's 0-0 or 1-0. When someone's supposed to be your ace, you think that they're going to give you the best chance to win every week. Logan Webb had an awesome June. He was bad in April. He missed most of May. I said over the years he's been a great Giant. I really appreciated his Giant tenure. But there's always been a little bit lacking. I wish he was a little bit more of an ace because Lord knows this team has needed him in so many instances in the last few years. And I think too much of the time, someone who's referred to as a bona fide ace, for someone who's referred to as that, Webb has come up a little short. He might be searching his name on Twitter after the game. Who knows? Which is never a great look. Just another bummer, another just dead fish performance. Tony Vitello in the post game looks like the light has kind of left his eyes. He said Webb looks really good. I predicted that. Anyone could have predicted that, but they'd say, "Oh, I thought Webb looked really good after the first inning." Yeah, great. Sorry, sucks that the game was lost after the first inning. None of this matters for 2026. The season's been over for like a month, but it is really concerning. There's a leadership void. I'm not saying it falls on Vitello because he hasn't been great, but like a lot of people have said, he deserves nothing worse than like an incomplete because the tools aren't there, especially the bullpen. But the veterans, the highest paid guys, letting this team down. They're letting the franchise down right now. They're letting the fans down. So that's about 120 post-game Giants second. My credential looks like a choker now. Seems like me emo.
All right, there we go. That was the comments, and then Logan Webb responded, which started the fireworks, by saying something to the effect. I don't know if I have the. Let me see if I can pull up the exact quote.
Webb responded to him in the post-game interview. First of all, is what started it. It was basically he looked right in Loader's pregame tweet. He basically said what was going to happen. He said the Giants are going to, he said something about Webb will give up some runs and then lock it down the rest of the game, but it won't be enough. He kind of predicted the game, and then Webb saw that tweet, and then Loader said that Vitello was going to would say that he was a bulldog or something like that,
right?
And then in the post-game interview, Webb said he called him a bulldog and looked right at him, and was basically referencing his tweet from before. And then they got into it later, and then other fans were getting on Webb, and so Webb was going after the fans on Twitter, and it got ugly, and he eventually deleted his account.
Yeah, his comment, he said, Jack Loader, an hour before Logan Webb responded on Twitter, if you're wondering where the Giants are at mentally after a 10-0 loss to fall to 16 games under 500, that was the I believe that was the video. And then Logan Webb responded, what's sad is they allow people like you in the locker room.
Right.
And hey, I could have been famous on Twitter if I had locker room credentials, because he definitely would have said the same thing about me. In
Definitely.
fact, he's kind of alluded to that live on this show about 1.5 2 years ago. We were live, and Logan Webb commented on Twitter something about, I'm trying to remember if it was Eric and I was on or whatever it was, but
It goes after that.
Maybe it was after. I can't remember, but we went. Our show blew up. We had over 7,000 people viewing us through Twitter at the time, and Logan Webb burner account. What'd you say about me, Dan? That's funny.
What we've got here is obviously it's very frustrating when the Giants lose. They almost get no hit. 10-0. They fall 16 under. It's like the rock bottom of the season. Jack Loader is a Giants fan. He always has been, and he's frustrated. And he's doing his best Giants hot take impersonation, where he's ranting on there and saying what he thinks the problem is. And he's been vocal about wanting to trade Webb, same as you. And Logan Webb doesn't like that. Logan Webb also frustrated because another performance where he had a bad inning. He gave up a 70-mile-an-hour hit, a 72, a 76, and then a grand slam. And all of a sudden he's 5 runs down or whatever, 4 runs down, gives up 5 runs. And then he he pitches great the rest of the way. But that's very frustrating when you pitch good, you give a good performance. You have some bad luck in the first inning and some bad pitches also. And then has to hang the loss on him. And it's happened several times in his last starts where he's pitched pretty well and it hasn't gone his way. Several times where he pitched great and they don't have any run support. That happens a lot. So he's frustrated. The mistake was responding on Twitter. You are a professional athlete. You got to be above it. You have to understand that there's going to be people out there talking, saying crazy shit. It happens every game. And sometimes it's fans that are unhinged. Sometimes it's people looking to get attention. Sometimes it's bots that are just there to stir up controversy. But Twitter is just so negative. It always is.
Yeah,
and if you go there looking for constructive criticism or praise, like, sorry, man, tough beat, get him next time, that's not going to be there. There will be some of that, but it will be mixed in with a lot of vitriol. And so I don't know. You have to understand that. You have to know that on Twitter, that if you go on there, there's going to be things that you don't agree with. And
it's unreal,
incendiary. But I think that, this started even before that, where he's singled out Jack Loader as somebody he doesn't feel should have a press credential. He's a KNBR blogger, basically.
He's digital. He's digital content with KNBR. That's his role.
Yeah, he writes stories on KNBR. The Jock blog and stuff. Yeah. Brian Murphy writes on there. Jack Loader writes on there, and he's part of the KNBR team behind the scenes.
Yeah, and Brian Murphy had a talk with him this morning about things, and we'll see if we'll get a chance to get to that. Here's some of the comments. Insane grabbed some of the screenshots. Georgie said to Logan Webb, "LMAO, my ass off. So are you. I know what a team of losers looks like because of that fandom. And guess what? You guys have stooped to that level." Then Logan came back. "Honestly, you probably don't know anything about anything. Some loser on the couch that couldn't make his little league team." That's where, I bet you if you talk to Logan today, he'd probably say he regrets saying any of it.
Of course, he got pissed off and he started responding. But he's a major league pitcher. He's not a sports commentator, or he's out of his element on there.
Oh, Insane said, "Dude, you're a king." Insane said, "Dude, just stop tweeting already. Get off Twitter, my guy. What are you doing responding to random people? You guys are 16 games under 500. What do you expect people to say? It's not exactly sunshine and rainbows."
That's about the least insane sports take that Insane's ever had. That's exactly right on the money.
Yeah. I have a thought, and it's my own thought. It may be way off. I have no idea what Logan Webb's thinking. I don't know him personally. I don't know the first thing about him other than what's been shared. But my thoughts are, is this kind of like, you hear of people that are struggling with an addiction. I'm not saying this is Logan Webb. I'm saying, and there's a cry for help, and they do something that's crazy, and all of a sudden people notice them and they get the help they need. Is this in a way a cry for help that's not like a cry for help, but a cry for, like, I want out, without saying I want out. I'm so frustrated with this losing. I'm tired of losing. I've been to the playoffs one time. It was a thrill of my life. I pitched in 2 competitive games, game 1 and game 5 against the Dodgers. It was stakes were high. That's what an athlete lives for. And then it's been 5 straight years of just crap. And we heard it when Kapler was here. He said, change has got to happen. You see him in the clubhouse. He's just shaking his head. And then last year with Melvin, change has got to happen again. And then this year, he's not going to say change is going to happen, because that would not look good. He can't say 3 years in a row, change has got to happen, when there was a lot of change. They brought in Tony. They brought in Buster. It's just not working. So I got a hunch that maybe Webb is just saying, you know what, maybe if I just let my frustrations out, maybe they'll just move off of me.
Maybe. I think he just, as a competitor, he wants to win and he's frustrated, as we all are, and frustrations boil over, and he should have just shut his phone off and gone to bed. And I'm sure he regrets it today, but I think it's something that just blows over, and he goes to the All-Star game. He comes right back after the break, and he'll be back to the same old Logan Webb. I don't think this is much ado about nothing, I think.
Well, let's hope, because if he focuses, I know he's a competitor. He's a great athlete. He was a high school quarterback. That's just being that is the dude, right? And now he's the dude of the staff. This is his third year in a row on the All-Star team. I think he made a comment on the Twitter last night about, I didn't vote for myself. He probably, he's grateful to make it, but he probably realizes that this isn't his best season so far. He had a
good month.
June.
That's it.
He had a great June. I was looking, Framber Valdez pitched a good game tonight. I read an article on him, and he was saying he's got to pound the zone more and attack because the ABS has altered his style of pitching, because Framber Valdez has lived off of the zone like Logan Webb. I think guys like Valdez and Webb, who are really crafty pitchers who can set up pitchers or hitters to chase that pitch just off the zone, now are not getting that call, where even before, you would see Bailey grab it just out off the. We've seen Bailey move balls that are this, far off, right? Now, These umpires are not missing when it's this far off. They have tightened their zone because they don't want to look like morons.
Right. And clearly he does miss Bailey.
Challenged.
Clearly he does miss Bailey. That is a factor for the entire pitching staff. And people don't want to do that because they're happy he's gone, because his bat is gone. But there's a reason why all these pitchers are now calling their own games, because they've got a bunch of inexperienced rookie catchers that are, it's not quite the same. So Webb has made that adjustment where he's calling his game, and that's probably a factor. But also, he pitched WBC. He was hurt. His leg was hurt. He tried to pitch through it. It didn't work. Had to take a month off to get healed up, and he's come back strong. And the first inning of last night aside, he's pitched really well since he's been back.
Yeah. So, got a poll question for you here. If you want to crank up the poll.
Yeah.
All
Let's do it.
Let's go with this. Here's tonight's poll question, and this was the recommendation of one of our listeners. Should active players engage with people on Twitter or podcast?
Engage with fans?
Yeah.
Or with people?
With fans. Should active players engage, how about with the fans through podcast and other forms of social media?
On social media. Should active players engage with fans on social media?
Yeah. I mean,
what are the choices?
Yes, no.
Yes, no, only
Maybe.
if they behave themselves.
I would say only if it's more in terms of, like you could have autograph sessions, people go out, you can actually get your message across to people. How about this? Yes, no, only if they're speaking in terms of, Casey Schmitt is an example. He did it here. He did it right here.
He came on the show, sure.
Yeah.
He engaged with us, with fans' questions, comments.
So I
But-
think it's
This could be there's a difference between going on X, which is direct messaging, talking with the fans and the media directly. So there's both there. And there's a difference between talking with Alex Pavlovich and talking with us. Kind of. We're fans that talk about the Giants, and they're professionals that talk about the Giants.
good poll question. Senior says that was actually Senior's idea, so we'll give him credit.
So what are we doing? Yes, no, and I should just run the poll.
I like the idea of, like, if Steph Curry went on a podcast and just was a special show just to speak to the fans, but not editorialized, but just, hey, I'm here to say hello, tell you a little bit, I'll take some questions, and just answer questions. But I think it's kind of like a way an athlete can actually do something like that. And, when I was a kid, I went and stood in a long line at Big Five Sporting Goods in Concord, California, waiting for Willie Mays. I waited for his autograph. He was sitting at a table. It took 3 or 4 hours just to get up to him. Now,
Right. But you didn't walk up to him and say, "Hey, Willie Mack, what the F? You struck out 3 times yesterday."
Right.
You'd be like, "Kid, who the hell are you talking to?"
Now,
But on Twitter, anybody can just say that to
Right.
Logan Webb.
Right. And I think that's where it's very tempting, and it's hard for an athlete to, I will pull up Murph's article if I can find it. I read it somewhere. If you know where it is.
Just search for KNBR Jock Blog.
Yeah, it was good. Maybe you can pull it up. I'm running on E here.
All right. Should active players engage with fans on social media? Yes or no? That's the poll.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right.
I don't think they should in the way.
There it is.
In the way that it is set up with Twitter. I think if it's a one way where you control the what gets answered, I think can we show the Bryce splash hit tonight? I don't know if we can, because we have to eventually, we got to do extra work and take it off the because MLB automatically just gives us not a strike, but they demonetize the entire show, and then whatever we make on the show is gone. So it's not, unfortunately, it's not worth it. I wish we had some kind of John Boy Media license. Yeah, even though it's on Twitter, Senior, it's weird. They flagged us so many times. It's frustrating. Let's see what else we got. Is the poll? Let me see if I got a thumb or a. I haven't got it. I haven't got it yet.
It's coming right now.
It's out now. Should be getting a text if you've signed up.
Hold on. Let me see what's up here.
Yeah, the poll, Sammy, is on the website only. Go sign up at NorCalSportsNetwork.com. And it's real easy to do. Just go to www.NorCalSportsNetwork.com. We'd love to have NCSN.com, but they want like $30,000. Hey, anybody you know might want to buy SecureMoney.com? That is my website. I'm looking to maybe sell that website.
I bet you can get pretty good return on that.
In fact, I'm going to talk to you afterwards. Maybe you can steer me where I need to go for that.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good. There's a lot of money businesses that would probably love to have that.
Yeah.
I get
That'd
calls.
be,
I get
that's
calls.
at least 10 grand.
Yeah, I get calls from
20.
people. It's like, how can I secure some money from you? Like, yeah, you're gonna have to. This is a financial planning company. we help people secure their money. We don't give money away. But yeah, Johnny says, pull up my comments on the website. We're having a little bit of infancy. We're in beta testing mode a lot right now.
We'll pull it up. Just give me a minute here. I did some upgrades today, and some things are a little bit out of whack right now. So I'm working the kinks out.
This poll question. Hey, if this was actually Logan Webb, I would love you to come right on the show, because I don't believe this is Logan Webb. There's no chance that this is Logan Webb. But if you were our Logan Webb, you have an open invitation to come click on the link. I will put the link in there. And if I see Logan Webb come on here, that would be cool. We will treat you with respect. We will not, but I will. Let's just do this. I don't believe for a second that is Logan Webb. But let's. Okay, there you are, Logan. If that's really you, come on in. We'll put you on the screen. We'll have a nice chat. And if I was talking directly to Logan Webb, I would say I still think the Giants should trade you, not because I don't like you, not because you're not good. It's precisely the opposite. It is because you are valuable. And as a Giants fan, I want to see them build this team for the future. But that's not Logan Webb. So, yeah. There's no.
There we go. Sent the poll notification.
Poll notification. Let's see if it comes across.
And that's looking better. Okay, we're getting good. We're getting things worked out here.
We're getting the bugs. I'm still. Might help if I turn off my do not disturb right now.
Let's see. Hold on, I don't see it yet. Let's see if it went. Sometimes it takes a minute. Okay, I see something here. Oh, I see the issue. Let me just restart this process here.
I got it.
There it
got
is.
it.
Got it. I lost you. Say that again.
You lost me because I was on mute.
There we go.
There we go. Can we play a short from Marty Lurie's channel?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I think we can. Let me first vote in on this.
Hold on, I have to show a picture that proves we know the guy. There we are.
There we are.
So now we can officially do it.
It says reply A, B, or C to vote, which is automatically in there. So
A, B, or C.
Just
yeah. I never.
Yeah.
Okay. It's A or B.
Obviously.
That's why it's beta. I'll have to fix that. All
right. I voted. All right. Your response to the poll has been recorded as blank.
As blank?
Well, I didn't want to say what I voted, so
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
kind of like it's kind of like the old days in the 60s and 70s when you went into the ballot booth. Nobody was outside with cameras. Who did you vote for, sir? We're doing an exit poll. We need to know who you voted for. I was raised that who you voted for was private. It's like none of your business who I voted for. But since this is my show, I will tell you, well, I don't want to. Sometimes what I vote,
You'll influence. Yeah, don't say it.
So I don't want to do that.
All right, let's check and see what the poll question is. Should active players engage with fans on social media? Yes or no? You can go to the website down there at the bottom, NorCalSportsNetwork.com, and cast your vote, and we will reveal the results later on. Some comments from the last 24 hours. Johnny, he comments every day, and the comment is not he's unhappy. Watching Adames play baseball or attempt to is giving me CTE. He hit a home run tonight, though. A blast.
Robbie
Mammoth
Dizzle.
shot.
All right. There he is.
Great start by Carson. Yes, I think we'll be seeing Carson Whisenhunt again. The question is, whose spot? Adames in a close game will never come through up for game in hand meaningless homer.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Worst player on the Giants by far. Dallas, I am forever unhappy. Don't say forever. You got to give yourself a window to be happy at some point.
Yeah.
Christer or Christer. As usual, social media faux pas blown away out of proportion. Yes, agreed. Leave Logan Webb alone and get on with baseball. Yes, and leave Brittany alone. That's another social media.
Who's Brittany?
Britney Spears. There was a video, a meme very many years ago where someone said, "Leave Britney Spears alone." So he's saying, "Leave Logan Webb alone."
I'm telling you that man is not real. If you think he's real, go ahead. I am not flying on this flight. Any more comments? Was that it?
That's it for now.
Oh.
We'll give it a little more time for the polls to come in.
Marty Lurie thinks the Giants shouldn't trade Arraez. He's totally lost it. I don't think they should. I mean, yes, they have to trade Arraez. You can always sign him back, but
you have to trade him. What is the purpose of not trading him? What's the purpose? To keep him the rest of this horrible season? And then he goes away in free agency and signs somewhere else? It makes no sense to not trade him. You have to trade him. If they don't trade him, that is that's inexcusable.
Yeah, it really is. It really
because there
is.
is no reason that he needs to play for a team that's this bad. Yeah. And he's one of your only players that has value. You signed him on a cheap deal. He's proven himself to be way underpaid. So that means he has value to somebody else. And the guy has proved himself to be a Gold Glove second baseman. He hits over 300. He could win another batting title, maybe. Long way to go, but he'll be in the top 3 or 4. So he has carved out a value for himself of $18 million a year.
Yeah.
5 years,
15, 18. I think he's I think he'll get a 3-year.
I think he'll get a 5-year.
I think it's a 3-year, 51 to 54 million. If he wants a 4th year, I think he takes a less AV and it's going to be more like 64 for 4. 16, he might get, I think, 17 or 18.
72 for 4, something like that.
Maybe. I wouldn't go.
I'd pay it right now.
All right.
If we had a spot for him, but he's gonna test the market. The Giants aren't going to offer him that to They don't even have a spot for him really. So
He sure is fun to watch, though. I'll tell you that.
if they could trade Chapman, if the Yankees want Matt Chapman, then you make that offer to Arraez.
I heard something on Twitter today that the Yankees have some interest in Schmitt.
Well, of course.
Who wouldn't? Dang.
Hey, Yankees, we're not trading Casey Schmitt, but we've got this other guy that's even better
you, man,
at defense.
Schmitt is really, I think, it's him and Lee and Arraez are the best players on the team. And they're all playing really good defense, and they're all hitting well. Hey, let's listen to this Keith Law situation here from Marty's show earlier today. It's a little 1 minute, 2 minute clip. If it works.
I'm sure at 4 and 29 and their next pick after that, they're going to go for some upside. They're going to go for high ceiling guys who have a chance to be stars, be super valuable players that they don't have to go spend big in free agency. I mean, their forays into free agency have not been great. Or, the acquisition of a Rafael Devers or even Chapman, right? Long-term contracts for players who are probably not going to age particularly well. The way around that is to get those guys into your system when they're young. You want the first 6 years of their career. And so that's why I think they'd be targeting Booth or Lombard there. Or at their next pick, they could target Archer Horn, who's a two-way player from the Bay Area, super high upside. So those are the kinds of guys I think they'll go for, at least with their first 2 or 3 picks.
Okay, sure there you have it. I am hearing Booth a lot. I think the Giants are trying to go extremely young. You look at Hernandez, you look at Level, you look at Gonzalez, Joshar Gonzalez. These 3 guys are like 18, 19 years old. Booth is, let me tell you how old Booth is here. Eric Booth Jr., age 18. Explosive. He fits the park. You get him up along, he will probably, he'll be right on the tails with Gonzalez and Hernandez. And the game's going so much younger. I'm telling you, the game is going so much younger. Look around baseball, just about every team is getting young players that are coming up. The Pirates.
Justin Verlander retired today, so the average age of the league just went down by like a whole year.
Did he retire today, or is he going to stay the rest of the year?
Yeah, stay the rest of the year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking. I'm going to look behind me here. Jackson Merrill's been in the league like 3 years, but he came up as a 20-year-old or something like that a few years ago with the Padres. You're looking at teams like Jackson Cheerio up there with Milwaukee, had a young star. St. Louis is bringing up, J.J. Weatherholt, and they've got Javier Baez. They've got a few, not Javier. Is it Javier? No, not Javier. That's the old Cub and Tiger, but it's a Baez. The Pirates have, what's the young shortstop's name? What is it? Griffin? I'm drawing a blank right now. But you're seeing young guys throughout baseball pop up. Travis Bazzano with Cleveland. Seattle's got young guys. It's just they're bringing up these players younger. Why? Because these players are developing faster now. Connor Griffin. Thank you, Gravy. Thank you. I was like Griffin, and it just wasn't.
Oh, yeah, Connor Griffin.
Yeah. Any of these draft picks be in the majors within 2 years. I think Booth can probably be in about 3 years at 21, like Eldridge, if they're excelling. This dude looks like look at this guy. He looks like a man at 18. He's 205. He's all muscle. I'm going to predict this is your guy. I know we're talking Flora. I'm going to predict it's Eric Booth Jr. He's a slam dunk center fielder. He gives you all the upside that hey, but Dallas, let's get out of here. We've been going an hour. How's our poll? Let's end it with the poll.
All right, I'll pull it up here. Let me reload it just so we make sure we have the fresh results. All right, here's the poll. We've got 7 votes, and the leader is no. They should not engage on social media. Webb has ruined it for everybody else.
Well, I see my dollar total as I look up I did not win my prize picks. Yikes. I did not win. Loading. We'll have to do this again tomorrow. It's loading. It's taking forever to load. Come on. Load. This is not load management. This is loaded up. I wanted to see my
Christopher Byers, are you a member on the website? I don't know. Sign up, NorCalSportsNetwork.com. You'll get the poll sent to you every day we do it. Maybe.
All right. Let's see how I did. I was one for 4. Bad pick, man. Bad pick. 1 for 4. I didn't even get James Wood, Gonzalez, Chase Burns. I did get Todd Melton. Jeez. I was looking at this.
Yep, soccer. The website is free. Sign up, NorCalSportsNetwork.com. Doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
Now, you can upgrade your account to become a member, but we're still working on the different tiers, the price points and stuff. So just hold off on that. We'll have a big announcement on that later on.
Yeah, probably within a week or so. Dallas is going to be on assignment starting tomorrow, right?
Yep, starting tomorrow.
So Dallas will be on assignment. Will be out probably for about a week. So he will be back with us maybe the first night of the second half. Maybe. We'll see.
Shooting for that, yeah.
Yeah. So in the meantime, guys, PrizePicks, make sure you download the promo code NCSN when playing PrizePicks. It's a daily fantasy app where you pick more or less. And right now, new users get $50 in lineups when they play their first $5, win or lose. PrizePicks, it's available in all 50 states. Download the PrizePicks app today. Build your lineup and follow along while watching the games. Make sure you use that promo code NCSN. Would love to hear from any of you guys that have actually done so and how you're doing. PrizePicks is out there all over. They're the most popular fantasy app on the social media platforms out there. So if you haven't done so and you want to have a little fun, just $10 opens your account, play with 5 and you get 50 and you don't have to play anymore. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Some of the listeners might be tuning in from a beach in the Bahamas because they won so much money.
There we go. All right. We will be back tomorrow night. I will be back tomorrow night. Dallas will not be here tomorrow. So if anybody wants to join the show, we'll have you pop on with me, Nick. Johnny may be out there. KC, who's joined the show a few times. We'd love to hear back from him. So we'll be back
I don't
tomorrow
see
night.
Chardal tonight. I guess he doesn't want to do it. So
Giants
well.
win it 8-2, 13 hits. Bullpen doesn't give up anything tonight. It was sound. Who was our bullpen guys tonight? It was Brubaker and Killian finished it off, but I can't remember. There was one other one that came in there. It was Miller an inning, Brubaker 1 1/3, and then Killian 1 inning. Now, I wouldn't have pitched Killian tonight. I would have gone with Dylan Smith with a 6-run lead. What happens if you need Killian the next 2 nights? You can only have him once.
They should also. Today I figured out they also need to trade Henches, and Brubaker. Some teams might need some bullpen.
Yeah, Henches might be a good arm next year because he was good with Cleveland, and then he had the shoulder issue. I think he might figure himself out.
He's only on a 1-year deal, though, right?
I'm not sure. I
think both of them are 1 year. So if you like him, sign him again next year. But get a pick for him right now.
All right, let's get some music out of here. What do we want to end with this tonight? Do we want the NCSN chat, or do we want to go? Hey, let's go with some Tony Victory. Mark Graves, your favorite. We got a victory. We don't get
I'm not going to hear it for a while, so yeah, let's play it.
Out of Tennessee, where the Smokies rise, Tony Victory brought us fire and pride. They say he's unproven, green as spring grass, but he's got a way, makes you believe fast. Tony Victory, they don't all agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming, doubts run high. Can he lead the Giants to touch the sky? Tony Victory, time will see. Eric from
Mystery
Dog Show, throwing his shade. I'm a country singer now. He hasn't won the big league stage yet. He hasn't.
Tennessee sun. They played wild, they played hard, and they sure as hell won. They'll never swing, crazy like the wind. Tony knows the storms where champions begin. Tony Victory, they don't all agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming, doubts run high.
All right, Chardal, that's a deal. I feel very comfortable that I'm safe. Colorado should have won the series against the Dodgers. They had runners at second and third last night, 2 times with nobody out, and did not score either run. And they played the Dodgers 3 one-run games with the Dodgers in LA. This Rockies team is a little more feistier than the past.
In the words he speaks,
Fire in his heart.
A goal in his
reach. Tony Victory!
They don't all agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming, doubts run high. Can he lead the Giants to touch the sky? Tony Victory, time will see.
All right, everybody.